Saturday. We're gonna get this Jeep out of here. Safety first, wear your flip-flops, kids. This is really sharp. Yeah! Make sure your hose is completely tangled, because that's the best way to start your day, is a tangled hose. I swear this thing has sex with itself when it fucking don't hook it. So make sure you get your fine piece of equipment from the old Amazon website, and make sure it looks real good. So, you remember what happened to this thing, Will? And why it's got a hole in the gas tank?
Maybe our shit-ass lift.
Yeah. We were doing some poopy lift-ins and leaf springs on her, and some idiot decided to pry on the gas tank instead of somewhere else to push the leaf spring down, and now it leaks. So we're going to try and cut it out and find the hole and shove something in there, and then maybe it'll hold some gasoline, right?
Yeah.
One problem that we got to fix on this old wahooer.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, that is brand new. All right, now that we got our spot cleaned under here, we are pretty sure it's right there. So we're gonna do the right thing, and we're gonna pull out this dusty package of Seal All that has a picture of a gas can on it that I found in my barn from at least 6 years ago. So, let's get you guys back under here. And we're gonna go at it. Let's see what happens. We got our trusty spreader here. I don't think you have to shake it up. Teehee. Not entirely sure that's what it's supposed to look like. Well, we'll let that dry for a couple hours and see what happens. We'll come back. Well, in here, we got the bad brake line. So we're gonna need to take all this shit out. Oh, yeah, that's where it's broke, right there. I can already see the fluid coming out. That's nice.
That mud was.
Okay, so we're going to attempt to get this brake line out so we can reuse that fitting, but I don't have faith in it. So we'll just reach in here and see what happens. Yeah, that's pretty round. That ain't gonna do nothing. All right, so that's not gonna work out too well. we're probably just gonna end up replacing this whole hose and line all in one and just hope to God we got fittings somewhere. We could also just cut it off with the bolt cutters and try to get it out that way. That sounds like the right thing to do. Got our handy dandy tool here. Brake line remover 6000. And we're just gonna give her a little snip. Holy crap, it came right out. Oh man, that broke up there too. Whoop, get that in the drip pan. Don't want that to get all over the garage floor. Now, we're gonna jam the shallow 3/8 on here. Ah, I think that just rounded off too. All right, now we're really fucked. So we'll just go back to plan A. Fuck, it went back on. When you get your socket stuck, get out the juice. Wowee! That stuff's amazing! When you don't have a Torx bit, just take an Allen head from AutoZone that you don't care about and just make sure you smash your thumb. Just beat the whore right in there. And then grab your ratchet. And it's gonna just come right off. Torx bit that fits it. That didn't work either. Now it's round. Fuck. Guess we'll get the vice grips. Always make sure to replace your copper washers. You don't want something stupid leaking like that. Especially when you do your brake hoses the right way. Also make sure you don't get any dirt in your brake lines. And also make sure you torque it down way too tight so it doesn't leak. There we go. Halfway there. Alright, so the air filter is brand new. Definitely did not do that in the creek out back. We did discover that the brake line's in the most inconvenient spot in the world, so we gotta pull out the old air box first. Surprised that came loose. I'm also surprised that came loose. Get that minty air box out of the way. And then I think it's this stupid Peter Puffer right here. So we'll try that out. So we'll get to yanking that old whore out now. Look at that. Brand used. The mud is actually a lubricant under here, and that keeps things, you know, moving freely and stuff. You don't have to worry about that. Cutter, handy dandy brake line cutter tool. But I mean, that's probably gonna take a while. So we're just gonna get the old bolt cutters back out here and cheech that line right off, and all right. Boom. Now we got our fitting done. It's not what it looks like. I'm not gonna show off my brake line flaring skills because they suck, but that's a pretty good one. So we'll just get this in here. I'm just gonna find the hole. You don't have to worry about getting dirt in there because brake fluid is self-sanitizing. God, is it even the right hole? Never said that before in my life. There we go, like it's supposed to be in there. That's how you want it. Then you just over torque it so much that you just tear the threads right out of the proportioning valve. You don't need those. When you gotta make sure that your brake line bleeders come open, get the juice. And don't be a douche with the juice. You can even stick it in the hole and fill her up, Chuck. And just blah, 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 blah. Well, look, rotors are rusty. Blah, blah. Those will work fine. So, you know, when you got all this extra random line here and you gotta find somewhere to put it, you just find a random hole right here. And just, peekaboo. Look at that. Crush all the vacuum lines you don't need. That's okay. And then look, you have way too much to use way too much. This is perfect. You just need some self-tapper, just blah, 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 blah. Right there, done. When you're doing a really nice flare, make sure you put the motherfucking fitting on first. I'm gonna put the nut on this time. There we go. Okay, so we got our new brake line in here and got that all bent up all fancy like, and we're just gonna get her tightened down here. We'll actually secure this hose. We'll get a self-tapper or some shit and, you know, do it the right way like we've been doing this whole time. I think we're trying to go through like 2 pieces of frame, so we might have to start a hole first. So we'll get the drill. Look at that, factory. Me. So, you know, that's good enough. Just gonna tuck that guy there. I have a new air filter somewhere, but this is me carrying. We're just gonna slap this dirty guy back in here. And shit, boys. We just need some gas. We can get her running again and see what happens. Go do some rip'ems. Maybe it'll run today. Be pretty cool. Be like way more gooder. So, welcome back to day 2 here. Just we got these big old 35 1550s that we're shoving on this thing with like a 2.5-inch lift. You know, my 33 is already rubbed, so we're gonna shove some wheel spacers on there. A lot of people frown upon that, but you know, just one thing that you really need to do when you do these is red Loctite. I learned that from experience. Jesus took the wheel a couple times. I probably have some pictures laying around somewhere, but we drove her home peg leg from the trails a couple nights. That's all I'm getting at. This is exactly why we didn't take the fucking Jeep to Michigan. God damn it. Always fucking something. Aww. When you're using wheel spacers, definitely make sure you torque them to spec. Good enough. Jesus might take the wheel again, but that'll be fine. That definitely makes a bit of a difference there compared to the back, huh? Yeah, that's gonna look real nice. So I'm getting these last couple on. Man, I tell you what, I bought these used off a buddy, and I think this one's filled with concrete because it's about 3 times, maybe 69 times heavier than the other 3. It's fucked. Click, click. Click, click. Click, click. Every now and then, you gotta service the rear brakes on the old wheeling rig. Fixed. outside a little gas to her and see if anything leaks out or see if that seal stuff worked. Cross your fingers and dicks. Well, so far so good. Not seeing any wetness. I think that really old shitty shit that we found and slapped on there worked. All right, moment of truth. I haven't ran this thing in a couple of years, so we'll climb the pump a couple times and see what happens. I can never shut off. Kind of forgot we had a really loud idler in here, and you know, little exhaust leak, little oil burning off, no big deal. Man, it's like I never left it sit. Let's see if it'll go for a drive. After several years of sitting, it makes a whole bunch of weird noises, but it looks really good on these 35s. Definitely gonna need some trimming, more trimming. They definitely catch the fenders. But I think old girl's about ready to beat on the trail some more. Just running great. Need to weld that driver's door back on and, you know, trim the fenders, I guess. Maybe some lift. Is that what it needs? Who knows? I guess let's see if it can still handle the ruts even though the tires rub real good. Ooh, a deer! Oh, well. Hopefully this was a super safe and fun informational vidya. And, I don't know, maybe it wasn't as fun. It's kind of a little more serious with the work on this revival pile of shit. But hey, I'm happy it fucking runs again and just, you know, I come out here and just beat on it and it rains. And, oh God, the stick hit me, I think. And, you know, just have some fun with the old gal and, oh, hope we don't roll her over. What's over here? But yeah, we'll get you out some trail riding someday with us and see what this pile of crap can do. And, oh yeah, getting those fenders nice and clearance now. Everything's gonna work great.